Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Stubbs, and happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of the Stubbs Show. I thank you guys for joining me here again for another episode. I wouldn't be able to grow this show if it wasn't for you guys participation and support in me. So I thank you for that. I hope that your day was phenomenal, that you received some unexpected blessings, because I know right now life has been life. And I know I said that on the last show, but it's still life. And not just for me, but for everyone. And life and doesn't mean that it have to be bad. It means that it could be good. It could be in between, mediocre. It's so many things going on. And with the holidays coming up, I know a lot of parents are worried about gifts, finances, what you're going to get, where you're going to eat. And I just want to tell you to calm down. It's really not that serious, and we have to get out of going broke for the holidays. But that's just my opinion. If you got it and you want to spend it, spend it. It's enough inflated items out here for you to purchase. You see, I got my Christmas tree up and I didn't do much. I said I should have some candy canes. Maybe I'll have that up for the next show. But for right now, this is what you guys are going to get. But let's get ready to get into the show for today, because it is going to be a great show. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it, because we're getting ready to get into 2025, and some changes must be made. So let's get this show kicked off so I can introduce my special guest to you guys, and we can get this interview rolling. Welcome to the Stubbs Show. Firecracker need you, because you be like, all right, you guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that brief introduction of the Stubbs Show. We're getting ready to bring my special guest on, because I see that he is waiting backstage and ready to come and join us for a good discussion on today, which is going to be all about sobriety. That's right, the 7 secret pillars of sobriety. He's going to help you with sobriety, just in case those 12 steps and that AA program isn't for you. Because I know a lot of times some of you guys are saying, I don't want to have to enter a program. Or I don't have the time to go there. But you need to do something if you are having a problem with alcohol. You need to change it, and you need to get better. And what better time to change and take that leap of faith into sobriety than at the end of the year, going into a new year? So you don't have to wait for all those New Year's resolutions to start in January. You can start a right now behavior, a right now solution, and a right now plan for you to get better. So I'm getting ready to introduce my special guest to the stage. But before I do, let me give you guys a brief description of my special guest, which is Mr. Murphy. He's coming all the way from Colorado. Where my Colorado folks at? If you're listening from Colorado, get a woo woo on the comment section. We want to welcome you from Colorado right here all the way to Washington, D.C. But he is the founder of the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety. He's also the author of the book 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety. And having navigated addiction from teenage years into late adulthood, Tim embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery, and overcame the unique challenges and obstacles of alcohol addiction. Today, he is recognized as an expert on addiction recovery, and has developed a proven and successful program to help others obtain sobriety in whatever addiction they have, whatever addiction you may have. Addiction recovery expert Tim's firsthand experience Along with development of his program, the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety has gained the attention of large companies and the military. Uh, Tim's approach and delivery on addiction is straightforward and entertaining. You guys, you can always go to the Stub Show to learn more about my guests and read their full bios. But most importantly, not just the Stub Show, go to their website, go to their page, and get to know more about them. And also purchase the products that they're telling you about that will be able to assist you. So we're welcoming my special guest to the stage, Mr. Tim Murphy. Can we get a woo woo and the crowd go crazy?
Woo,
Welcome.
woo.
Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I think we got a little.
I can. Can you got me down?
Yeah, I got you now. I got you now. How you doing today?
I am doing good. I like your Christmas tree back there. It looks good, I think.
I did it myself. I did it myself.
Looks good.
I'm getting ready for the holidays. Are you ready for Christmas?
Oh, always. Yes.
Yeah. How's the weather there in Colorado?
It started snowing today. Again, this is about our second or third snow of the year, but yes, it's snowing right now.
Wow, you can keep it. You can keep it right there in Colorado. We do
All right,
not want
then.
that here in D. At least I don't. I'm not a snow child. I love summertime and having a good time. So, how was your day today?
It's a good day. It's a busy one, but with the snow, I just stayed in and did some things, get ready for this show, and yeah, it's
Yep.
been a blessed day.
Well, thank you for joining us here on the Stub Show. We're going to go ahead and jump right into your interview for today and just get the discussion going. You guys, I know you are listening on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you comment, hopefully it will go through. And if we can get to it, we will. And if not, understand that we will come back and keep the conversation going throughout the week. So we want to encourage you to put your comment and it will get answered at some point. But let's get into your interview for today, which is what made you want to take that leap of faith and get into assisting others with finding sobriety?
That happened right around the COVID time frame, is when I had a lot of time on my hands, just like everybody else, and I got to thinking about what I needed to do, and I was getting sober and going through my processes and stuff. And I was writing everything down, and, I'd tried AA. It didn't work for me. And so that's when I started developing my own program and writing down what I was doing, and then developed that. That's how I came up with the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety.
All right. So can you take us back to the day? And I'm getting this to come in. I don't. There we go. Can you take us back to the day when your addiction started?
Oh, wow. Yeah, as a little small boy in Kentucky, my my dad was a severe alcoholic. My mom was too, but uh, I lived with my grandmother, and my dad was nomadic, came and went out of the house. But when he was there, it was horrible. He was
Mm.
drunk all the time, very abusive, and it just and it kind of starts out too with parents that do this. They'll send their child to get them a beer and to reward them. Hey, you can have a drink. Worst thing you can ever do. And that's kind of how it started. And then got into high school. By the time I got into high school, I was already an alcoholic. I didn't
Mm.
realize it though, but it was just what high school kids do. You go out camping, we'd take beer and whiskey with us. And by the time I graduated high school, I was suicidal, had low self-esteem, and just was a mess of a kid. And
Mm.
that's where it started from right there. My
That's when the
teenage years.
snowball got to rolling.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Since we brought up parents and, you being in high school and starting at a young age, how were you able to hide that from your parents? Because we have some parents that may be, watching, and we want to give them some tips to, check out.
Well, it was one thing. Remember, I was raised by my grandmother, and my dad come and went out of the house, and he was drunk while he was there the whole time. I had two older brothers that was causing issues in the house, and so my coming and goings was kind of almost invisible. And till I had one night out and snow playing in the snow, snowboarding and things like that. And I did come home drunk that time, and that was the first time my grandmother was aware of it. And so after that, I just hit it good, stayed out, got permission to stay at other people's houses, and just whatever I could, maybe not to come home.
And I'm glad that you brought that up, because so many times when children are doing stuff, people blame the parents, and they're like, well, if the child was doing this, it's your fault, or, why you didn't stop it. But, as children, even when I started, I was in my teens when I started drinking. We have our ways of sneaking and doing it. Like you said, you went camping, I'm pretty sure you would do it at school, and, other places that you were able to do it outside of your parents' view and vision. And so many people just be like, the parents, you got to blame them. But I don't want people to think that parents are allowing things, because some children are just doing what they want to do regardless. So by the time you got in high school, you said you were suicidal, and you were already an alcoholic. At what age and at what point was that breaking point when you said, you know what, this is an addiction and I need to get some help? We must have a delay.
Man, we're must be the snow out here, maybe causing our connection issues. But if I understood the question, is like, at what age did I decide that I needed to break this addiction?
Yeah, and
Was that
what was the
basically the
what was the
question?
breaking point?
Oh, yes. Okay. I'd already retired from the military. I'd spent 30 years in the Air Force, and I'd retired, and I was working at my second government job. I was bar hopping like I did many a times. I blacked out behind the wheel like I'd done many times before, but this time it ended up in a wreck. And I hit a highway sign uh, dead center with the car. The the highway sign came down, crushed the top of the roof of the car onto my head, and I was driving. I was about a mile away from my house, and I was kind of driving like this. Windshield cracked all to pieces, and so I barely made it home. And when I woke up the next morning, I had that hangover and everything. And at that same time, my son had been incarcerated, and I had to think that I'm either going to end up dead or I'm going to end up in prison. So I got to change my ways. And that was actually in 2014 when all that happened. And so, again, started collecting what I was doing and, again, writing it down. I was journaling at the times what I was doing. And but I did go to AA meetings. That's when I entered the AA program and started. Well, I don't like this meeting. Let me go to this meeting over here at this church. Let me go to this meeting in this strip mall. And trying to find a place where I fit in, and I just didn't. So it's like I need to do this on my own.
Hmm. Which I'm pretty sure is really hard. But as I'm listening to you, when you said you got in that car accident, the sign fell on you, your head is like this, and you still kept driving and made it home. You didn't go to the hospital.
No, the next day I was sore and everything like that, but I didn't really have any abrasions or anything like that. It was just that it clipped the sign off and it hit. And, if there'd have been any other variances, I feel that that sign would have came through the windshield and probably would have decapitated me.
Yeah, yeah, and not made it home. So thank God you made it home. And how many days from that accident did you say, I got to go into AA?
Oh, that next day, is like that was my sign.
Okay.
Is like the fork in the road because it was a divided highway sign. So God's intervention. You know,
Yeah.
it was a divided highway sign, and again, take the fork less traveled or take the fork that's everybody goes down. And I had to take the fork that was less traveled. And I immediately started into the AA track from that point there.
Hmm. So when you went to recovery, was there ever a time where you just felt like stopping or giving up or saying, I'm going to leave? Did you leave or did you stay, the whole time? Like, how did that work?
Uh, I didn't finish the program. I got in it, and you know, I think I did 40 meetings or 50 meetings in so many days. And after every meeting, I went to a bar.
Mm,
I just uh, the meetings, they weren't uplifting for me. They didn't make me feel good, and it's just like I can't listen to another one of these. And so then again, like I said, that's when I was out in my shed and just was writing down what I was doing. And hey, I need to I need to journal, and I was already doing it, but I need to capture. I need to do it more, And then it's like I need to make 100% commitment to this change in my life.
mm-hmm.
I had to take the attitude of an Olympic athlete training for a gold medal.
Mm. Yeah,
And
to push yourself into doing it. But we're
right,
getting ready to take a quick break, you guys. First of all, I also want to thank you for that honesty when you said you went to the meeting and directly after went to the bar to
yeah,
have a drink. But I thank you for your honesty because of that, you know what you went through the experience and you know what it takes to pull a person through into sobriety, because there's plenty of other people that go to the AA meeting and still go have a drink. They
right,
haven't
hmm,
fully stepped into it. So we
yes.
get ready to take a quick break, you guys, here on the Stub Show, and then we're going to come right back. I hope you guys are sharing right now this page with people and telling them, hey, you got to log on, you got to listen to the Stub Show. They talking about sobriety, because we're getting ready to go into a new year and a new opportunity for you to change. So we're getting ready to take this quick break, you guys, and we'll be right back here on the Stub Show. So don't go anywhere.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Now I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mist.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Stub Show. I hope you enjoyed that quick break. Remember, if you have a commercial or you have an event coming up or something that you would like to promote within our breaks, you can just connect with me at the email, the lofnetwork@gmail.com, and we can work on putting and placing your advertisement within our shows and within our break. But on today's show, we are talking about sobriety, and getting you to take that leap of faith and that change in life, and understanding that those 12-step programs and AA may not be for you, but my special guests have something that may be for you or can help you to get through it. So my special guest for today is Mr. Tim Murphy, and he's with the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety. And before we left, we were talking about his honesty of when he took his leap of faith and went into AA meetings and starting his recovery process. So now we're going to get into some other questions to help you to learn what you need to do to get in and walk into your path of sobriety. So my next question for you, Mr. Murphy, is what will you say are the 2 hardest parts or things that a person has to face within recovery?
Misnomers of, again, I'll try to preference it this way. AA is the gold standard of recovery. Even if you go to a recovery center, they're going to use AA, the 12-step program. And AA was developed back in the 1930s, and it was then the target audience was middle-aged white men. It has changed very little up into present day. And today, the target audience is Gen X, Gen Z, boomers, everybody basically. Mm-hmm. And the program, again, is it's almost a cookie cutter approach to recovery. You got to follow these steps and go through. So I don't believe that's what you need to do. You need to take responsibility for your own actions. Like myself, I'm the one that got me into this. I need to take responsibility for it and fix it myself. And again, take 100% responsibility. So that's kind of the first thing right there, is somebody, taking responsibility for their own lives, because I fell into the trap of I blamed everybody. This happened to me because of that person. This happened to me because of this or whatever. And not until I took 100% responsibility for my life did that attitude change. And then I started looking at my life a little bit different and working that up. Probably the second thing was forgiveness. Was probably the second hardest thing to do, but one of the biggest that will really change your life. And,
why would you say forgiveness is hard?
Well, again, not taking that responsibility, and blaming other people. My bullies when I was growing up were my teachers and my aunts and uncles, and I blamed them for a lot of stuff, when actually it was like, and they didn't know. They didn't have the education back then that we do now. It was a different time. We didn't cherish children the way we should have and the way we should be doing today. But sitting back and looking and forgiving somebody for what you think. But on the forgiveness, what I want to say, one of the things I want to say about that is we're always told forgive and forget, and that doesn't work. We're human beings, and we will not forget. And this one incident, we may have to forgive several times. Each time we forgive it, it'll get smaller and smaller. Will it ever go away? No. Every now and then it'll still creep up. Just do another forgiveness on it. But that's hard to do. And also forgive yourself.
which is something a lot of people don't even know how to do or where to begin with, because like you said, they don't know how to forgive others, and definitely don't know how to forgive themselves, to say it happened and let's move on. Now, you started a program about the 7 secret pillars of sobriety, and I don't want to lose out on time on making sure that we get into what those 7 secret pillars are, or the program. So tell us more
Okay.
about the program, because I know for me, I'll be in one area and I'm supposed to be moving it along, and my questions that keep coming along and coming along. But I want to get into that because I want to make sure that people can get the help that they need. So tell us about the 7 secret pillars of sobriety.
You want me to just go through them real quickly?
Go ahead. You ain't got to be quick, and I'll interrupt as I need to. Do you mind if I just step in and ask a question?
Oh no,
Okay.
you jump in there,
All right.
but
I'm gonna be the person on the outside listening in and asking all the questions just in case I need the program.
sure, sure. And one of the things, again, with this program, I do believe it can help you with like road rage and other things like that, and so as we go down through here, I think it'll may become clear to you, but if not, then we'll address that. But, what I already talked about, 100% commitment to changing your life and taking 100% responsibility, just like, again, I use the example of an Olympic athlete training to do that. That is a commitment.
And
And
sorry to interrupt, and I hope this happens for people before a near death experience, because it's hard to commit to change, which was one of my questions I was going to also ask, and we can get into it later unless you want to say something about it now, is that it's easy to build an addiction, but it's harder to get rid of it. So like you said, the commitment, you can be committed for 10 or 20 years to drinking and drugging or anything else that's bad, that's an addiction, but when it comes to getting rid of it, it's hard as hell,
it is hard.
and it don't
Yes.
feel good.
Right. There's, the relapses, the sugar cravings, all that stuff. And one of the things I'll say this right here is, you're always, people are asked, you got to find your why. And your why is yourself. The byproducts of it, you want your spouse to be happy. You want your children to be happy. You want to be a good role model for the family unit. But you can only do that if you take care of yourself, So the why is you, and do that. One of the other things is when you're in alcoholism and you're getting drunk, you're out there, weeknights, weekends, whatever, barbecues, you're drinking it up, making a fool. You check your text messages the next day and it's like, oh my Lord, you got to go out and apologize for what you did. You may have a black eye, uh, and so, yeah, your alcoholism is in the public, but for some reason, our recovery is supposed to be in the basement of a church, anonymous. No, we got to announce our sobriety. I went to my favorite bar, told the bartenders, don't ever serve me another drop of alcohol. No matter what I say to you, don't ever serve me again. And so I kept that attitude up. And I believe you've got to be public and honest and let people know in your life that, hey, I'm going to do this. And so,
and I think that's when you being serious too, when you
right,
put it out there, which is something hard to do, when you tell people this is what I'm going to do, but yet again, you have so many people with this belief. And I heard you say down in the basement of the church, not to get on, religious people, but some people believe that you can't tell what you're doing, or you're not supposed to tell because they're going to mess your blessing up, or you shouldn't put it out there. But I believe just like you put affirmations and anything else into the universe, you should be putting what you're going to do for change out there.
There you have it. That's exactly right. And to move on down the list, and we'll come back to some of this, but daily journaling, that's what I've done. I'd been doing it for a while, but then that's when I'd started. I need to write these things down, and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling and do that. And I also believe in book ending your day. Start it that way, end it that way. The next one we'd already talked about, dude. And that's, again, one of the things, bookend your day with gratitude. Get up, show gratitude, go to bed with gratitude. And it's not that hard to do. And with journaling, you don't need a fancy journal from anybody. This is what I use. Just go get a notebook. That's all you need. And then forgiveness. We talked about that one.
Sorry, what about the people that don't know what to write or what to put in a journal? Should it start with just a word, or just like, how should they start that?
I would start it with, get up of a morning, break that book open and write down, hey, this is how I want my day to go. I want to drive by the bar. I don't want to stop. Things like that, and I'm grateful for this great sunrise I'm seeing out here. It can be as small as, this cup of coffee I'm having this morning. I'm grateful for that. Start someplace. As you start, it will start growing. You'll find and do these things. You bookend your night, you go to bed at night, break out that journal again, that just a notebook, and write down, what were you grateful for that went on during your day. And you don't have to write big, long paragraphs. If you want to, it's your journal, it's your thing. If you want to write 10, you can write 10. If you want to write 3, you hear a lot of people tell you 3 things. If you want to write 1, just write 1, but start doing it.
Yeah.
And then forgiveness. We'd already talked about that. You can't forgive and forget. You got to forgive. And each time you do it, some of these situations, you're going to have to forgive several times until you can get it down into a manageable thought process in your head, and be grateful. Here's an incident. It can be this small. You drive to work. This has happened to almost everybody. You're on your way to work. You're on your way to Costco, to the gym, whatever. Somebody cuts you off. You show them the hand and arm signal that they're number one in your mind. You get to the gym, you get to the work, and that's all you do is bitch about that person. And you suck time away from your coworkers, your workout partners, whoever it is, because they've got to sit there and listen to you. And sometimes they'll join in with you and you'll bring yourself down. That person that cut you off may not even know what happened. They go on about their life and they're just all happy, drinking their latte and everything, and no issues.
Right.
Don't let that bother you. What you've done right there is you've let that guy or girl take control of your emotions. Don't do it. Just, okay, so you cut me off. I hope you live to get to where you're going. And
it happens so often. And when it carries on to the end of the day, you find people saying that famous word, I need to have me a drink. I'm still mad about this. I need to go and do this because I'm upset about this, instead of just letting it go. And I have been one to do that. But I like what you said. Like, forgiving is also just, okay, that happened. Maybe they didn't know what they did. They didn't see you out there side view, and it happened. Okay, I'm going to forgive you right now. It's okay. And just let it go and keep moving about your day, so you won't ruin the rest of your day. And it happens. It's like that one thing happens and you're looking for another thing to happen, then another thing. And it's like it all started from not forgiving that one incident.
Right, exactly. And we don't know what went on in that person's life, what he's going or she's going through. Maybe they just woke up with, hey, I want a divorce. Or, maybe they're on their way to the hospital because their spouse was in a car wreck or something. We don't know. And so we got to worry about our own selves. That's enough to take care of right there. And we don't need to be following somebody to where they're going.
Right. to upset them more.
Right. And then the next one is visualization. Okay.
Okay.
Visualize. And I do believe all these things go hand in hand. They're intertwined. But visualize, you can visualize how you want your day to go. While you're getting dressed of a morning, you can start visualizing, hey, I'm going to drive to work. I'm going to be in a good mood, and visualize, hey, when I come home from work tonight, I'm going to take a different route. I'm not going to drive by my favorite watering hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something different. Visualize how you want your day to go. If you've got a staff meeting going on, visualize how you want that staff meeting to go for you. Run it out. And that is a big thing. It sounds woo woo, but Olympic athletes and professional athletes, that is something they do. They play the game before they ever get out on the court. They've made that shot before they ever got to the court.
And they say whatever's in your subconscious is what you need to focus to bring into your reality, because, you need to control that area. So if you're already visualizing yourself as being sober, having a good day, being positive, you're going to go ahead and manifest that out into your day because you're visualizing how it's going to go. It's almost like reading directions on the back of the box. You visualize, okay, this is what I need to do. I already seen what it looked like. This is what I need to do to get that. So you already seen what you wanted. That's a good one. Visualization, not just for, for sobriety. That can be used just for, day-to-day surviving.
Exactly. That's what I say. A lot of these are tools that you can use in everyday life for everything you're doing. And one of the things, even though I've got 7 pillars, if you read the book and you want to work it, you're going to look at it and maybe journaling just doesn't work for you. That's fine. You can cut that out. It's not something, you got to do this for this one to work. They're independent steps. And here's a big one that I really do believe in, affirmations. And that's another one where you get people that roll their eyes, on affirmations. But let's look at it. We go to a AA meeting and we ask to stand up. I'm Tim. I'm an alcoholic. Or would we rather say something like Muhammad Ali says, I'm the greatest? Which one's better? Both of them are an affirmation. Whatever comes after I am, that is what you're telling yourself. That's who you are.
Yeah.
So I would rather channel Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. And, I never thought about that, because you're right. At the AA meetings, their way of telling you to confess who you are and say it is, I am an alcoholic, but you're spitting that back to yourself. You're an alcoholic when you're not trying to be an alcoholic. It should be another way that they word that, because that doesn't sound right to be saying I'm an alcoholic. And then as you in recovery, now you're telling yourself I'm an alcoholic again. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Right. And I would encourage, now again, I'm not here to bash AA. It has helped thousands upon thousands of people. And if any of your listeners are in it and it's working for them, stay with it. If it's working, but, they've got people believing that you got to stay in. And they're going to meetings, they're 20 years in sober and they're still going to weekly meetings and stuff. That's a lot of time away from your family and stuff. A program like I'm running here, and I believe a change in the addiction process needs to happen, is these are things you can do from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to drive out and go to a meeting and take time away from your family.
Yeah. Because you need that. So what would you say the main thing that you want people to gain from, your book and participating with your program?
The main thing, I'll have to go all the way back to the beginning. And again, 100% commitment to wanting to change your life, and the fact of, it's my problem. I need to be the one to fix it. real quick, let me go on to this one here, is that we're all the time told, oh, you're getting sober, you need to change your friends. And no, that's not true either. What you need to do is listen to how they're talking to you. If they're saying one drink ain't going to hurt you, then you don't need to change them out. Just, that's not the person you can hang around with, because alcohol is in every bit of our society. But the ones that if you're at the bar and they say, hey, rounds for everybody, and your friend steps up and says, hey, not for him, he's not drinking anymore. That is your support system, not somebody that you're getting along with at a meeting. The people that actually love you and want the best for you, those are your support network people. That's who you need to. Yeah, that's who you need to talk to and get them to get in your life and help you out on your journey. You don't need to change your friends.
Yeah, because you hear people say you need to change your friends, and then they don't end up building new friends, and then they're by themselves, and then you're able to sneak a drink here and there, or you have no support system there to keep you going and pushing you along. So I like that you said that, like, if your friends are okay, and if they still drinking, because some people feel like they can't hang out with people that drink anymore.
Right. And what I say to that is, you got more work to do. You should get yourself to where you can go in any situation. You go to a barbecue, there's alcohol there, a baby birth, a gender reveal. Think about it.
Wedding.
Yeah, weddings, high school graduations.
Public events. You go to comedy show. Everywhere you go, there's a bar.
Yes, exactly. And you need to be able to live your life fully enough to be able to go in. And yes, I've run into people that, oh, I can't be here, I'm just too tempted. Then you've got more work to do. And I think part of that is because they bought into a system that, that it was developed back in the 1930s that tells you you're a drink away. And it's like, no, I'm not stronger than that. I can control myself. So yeah, it's if a person feels that way, that they can't be in an event, they got more work to do. That's what that amounts.
And that's okay. That's okay. Yes. Just keep working on yourself, but you want to get back to living a regular life soberly. We're getting ready to take another break, you guys. We are on with my special guest today, Mr. Tim Murphy from the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety, because it's about to be 2005, and you might want to change things up a little bit and say you want to move into that sober life versus dealing with alcohol every day. And then you may just want to tame it. Some people, you may need to go to AA and break yourself down so you can learn to tame yourself, or not drink at all. It's your choice, but you don't want to have your addiction taking control of you and doing all types of stuff. So you're right here. You're logged on to the Stub Show, you guys. We're getting ready to get into this quick break, and then we're going to come right back and get ready to get you connected with my special guest and let him tell you what type of events he got going on, his program that you can get involved in, and where you can order his book. Because if sobriety is your thing, you need to get sober. Don't say I ain't help you. Don't say I ain't bring you no resources, because I did. All right, you guys, we'll be right back here on the Stub Show.
Oh, it's hung where you can
there we go.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Now I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe is hung where you can see.
Hey, you guys, make sure you keep the conversation going and join us on YouTube at the Leap of Faith Network. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and also keep the conversation going on Facebook weekly with our updates at the Stubb Show. So make sure you go on there and like that as well. Also, if you just started a brand, took a leap of faith, or have a business and you want to share your testimony, your backstory, how you got things started, then we need you as a guest right here on the Stubb Show. It's time to take that leap of faith, so connect with us so we can help you. As you guys remember, also don't forget to check out our book. Let me get up and get it for you. Oh, and y'all like my shirt too? Make sure you go to this Stubb Show. I didn't tag this company before, but Melody Cruz, I love this. Progress, not perfection. That's what the finding your way to sobriety is. It is progress, not perfection. But in the meantime, in between time, you could go on Amazon and you can order the Chronicles of Life After. This is by visionary author Patrina Makins, and my girl Tracy McLean is on here. That's why we're promoting the book. So you guys make sure you grab your copy and get through your Chronicles of Life. But before we went on that break, we were talking with my special guest, Mr. Tim Murphy from the 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety. And he has a program and a book to help you to get sober. Some of you guys are ready for a change and it's time for you to take it. Do it now. Don't wait till 2025. I'm helping you to do it tomorrow or this weekend if you want to go and drive past that bar one last time for this week. You can go ahead and do it tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, you got to go into AA and get sober. But we're going to bring my special guest back to the stage so we can get ready to in this interview. But before we do, Mr. Murphy, let the people know if you have anything coming up, how they can get your copy of your book, how they can get involved with your program, and also stay connected with you if they need a mentor, whatever it is, let us know.
Right. The book, you can get it at Amazon, 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety. You can kind of see it right back here. I don't know if that's readable on your screen. It's going to be introduced in Barnes and Noble. It's going to be Books A Million and Hudson bookstores in the airports. Not every one of them. It's going to be regional. And right now, I've not been told what region each one of these will be in, but I am getting it on there. Getting it into those stores there. So it should be widely available. You can contact me, through my, the simplest email. I do have a 7 Secret Pillars of Sobriety at gmail.com, but that's kind of long. I do have a very simple one. It's Murphy-Tim@Hotmail. You can reach out to me there. We can have a conversation and, see if you want to go through the program. It'll be we'll do an 8-week program, one week, one day of the week. We'll meet, come together, talk about these, see how your progress is going, and talk about what's going on in your life. What do you think's making you drink or be angry or whatever it is? So that's those are the best ways to get a hold of me.
All right, you guys, make sure you check out Mr. Murphy at Murphy/Tim@hotmail.com. He's also on Facebook at author Tim Murphy. So if you go on to Facebook and type it in and you can't find it, you can just go to our promotions for today and we have him tagged in those, and you can just hit that highlighted name and follow him straight from there. And also within our stories, if you're on Instagram, you can go within our story timeline or in our promotion. Well, go to the story timeline and it's on there. And we'll be sharing this interview throughout the week on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It'll be doing the clips and doing this thing of promotion. So you guys make sure you get connected with Mr. Murphy, because if you need to walk into your path of sobriety, if alcohol is destroying your life and you know it, Admit it. Change your life. Do something different. Do it for your children. Do it for your spouse. Do it most importantly for yourself and your future so that you can be better. I can't let you leave, Mr. Murphy, without leaving us with something positive. And next week, you guys, I'll be having his promo in there. So you'll be able to see the book. And throughout the week, if you go to our page, it's up now, a copy of his book. And remember, you can go on Amazon and find that. But we'll be playing that throughout the shows, just so you know, so that people can get their road to sobriety. But I can't let you leave without leaving the people with something positive. It doesn't have to be about alcohol. It doesn't have to be about faith. It could be whatever you want it to be about. But leave the people with something motivational before you leave.
Well, I'll just repeat your words then. We're getting ready to go into a new year, 2025, but it doesn't take a New Year's resolution to do these things. And I think a lot of you don't even believe in New Year's resolutions. You don't have to wait till Monday to start. Start now.
Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry about that. This thing started doing all types of things on me. But there you go. But you said you don't take a start now. And that's
Start
start
now.
with sobriety.
Don't wait for the new year.
Drinking right now. It's
exactly.
8:51 here. Good time for a drink. So but you want them to start their road to sobriety right now.
Right now. Yeah. I've you start that dry January, things like that, and I've talked to people about that. Well, I'm going to do it, but I got a friend that's got a birthday, so I'll during that birthday I'll stop, but then after the birthday I'll start again, and it's like you have no intentions of doing it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's unfortunate that a lot of people need a near-death experience before they get on that road to sobriety or to stop. And we don't want you to be that way when you can just commit to doing it now. And like you said, acknowledging it and do it publicly. Even if you having a drink of a beer, you want to stop, say, I'm drinking, but I want to quit this. And maybe a good buddy will start helping you to stop.
Yeah, just smack that right out of your hand.
And don't you get mad when they do it.
Right, exactly.
Just say, oh, I forgot I did say I don't want to drink, but I just paid for that. Nope. No. Teach you not to pay for it next time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I thank you for joining us here on the Stubbs Show. It was a pleasure. I invite you to come back. Like I said, throughout this week, we're going to be sharing your page, your program, and your book. Make sure you also come onto the page and respond to the comments and the things that people said. I want to give a shout out to Miss Bambi Lynn. She said, thank you for sharing your story. That takes courage and bravery to be vulnerable. And yes, we do want to thank you for sharing your story and being open and honest and just letting the people know if you went through it, they can do it too.
There you have it.
All right. You continue to have a blessed day, and I'll see you throughout the week.
There you go. All right. See you later. Thanks for having me.
All right, you guys, remember, you can continue to join the conversation throughout the week on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Instagram is _Stubbs_show. And remember, don't forget to follow author Tim Murphy on Facebook, and also his email, which we put it right here, is murphy-tim@hotmail.com. All right, you guys, I've been loving that that Christmas jingle by Nafisa, and I think we're gonna go ahead and rock that one again. And did y'all like it, that Santa Baby? She did that remix. So we're gonna go ahead and rock that one again here on the Stubbs Show. Remember, we are looking for new music to be played, but I need a variety of music, y'all. I need y'all to send in some inspirational, some gospel, your rap, all that, because you see that I have different types of guests on, and I can't be having a guest talking about one thing and then we on here doing it, y'all doing the most on the song. It's just cutting all the way up. So if you like Stubbs, why you didn't play my music yet, it's because, hold up, I need something to match the guest. But let's see if we can get this up by Nafisa here on the Stub Show. I don't know, it's giving me a problem again, and y'all know I like this. I'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Let's get into this. Hey, you guys, make sure you keep the conversation going and join us on YouTube at the Leap of Faith Network. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and also keep the conversation going on Facebook weekly with our updates at the Stub Show. So make sure you go on there and like that as well. Also, if you just started a brand, took a leap of faith, or have a business and you want to share your testimony, your backstory, how you got things started, then we need you as a guest right here on the Stub Show. It's time to take that leap of faith, so connect with us so we can help you. All right, you guys, this is Nafisa with Santa Baby here on the Stub Show. I knew I was going to find it. This is the Go-Go Mix. Make sure you check her out on YouTube. And remember, you guys, come back next week for another episode. Actually, on this Wednesday, I'm going to be having a special guest on talking about what men are looking for in a woman and the women. You know, you ladies want to know about that because we always asking what these men want. So make sure you come back and join me on this Wednesday as me and my special guest will be talking about what a man wants from a woman. All right, you guys, this is Nafisa with Santa Baby.
spirit, check my Christmas list. 5 carats of better blue diamonds you can't miss. Lavish like got a sound from my neck to my wrist.